Hey Fountain City family, we wanted to give you an update about this coming weekend. As we were meeting with our staff team, we really felt like we wanted to take this week, even though we didn't announce it ahead of time, and we wanted to practice our debrief as a community. Now, if you're new to our church, you probably haven't experienced this. We've only done one of these so far. But we really felt like this year, the Lord wanted us to move from information to really learning how to metabolize what we're talking about on the weekends and then put it to work, because we believe this leads to transformation. And so this weekend, when you come in, it's going to be a very different environment. We're going to have some snacks beforehand so you can connect with each other, grab some donuts, get some fruit, hang out, talk, get to know one another. But as we move into what is normally our service, doing worship and preaching a word, rather than doing that customarily like we do, we're going to start with a worship song. We are going to sit down in groups all over the room. Like the first thing you're going to notice is that we have small circles of chairs spread out throughout the room. And this is with purpose. We don't want you to be freaked out by that. We want you to understand what the goal is. The goal is that we take a lot of what we've been teaching and preaching through and we wrestle it out together through different questions that engage what the Word has been saying and how we engage with that. And so we'll take really the massive amount of time that we have on Sunday morning. The biggest portion of that is going to be given to discussion and conversation so that we actually wrestle out what we feel like God's saying. And then we're going to close together with water baptism. And so there will be some things that are kind of similar to a normal Sunday morning, but for the most part, this is really going to be to debrief and chew on everything we've been talking about in our Fear of the Lord series. And so I want to encourage you, come ready for that. One of the questions we ask all the time is why do we do what we do? And why we're doing what we're doing this weekend is that we believe, Ephesians chapter 4 says that our calling is to help equip, train, and send people so that you can grow up into the fullness of maturity in Christ and so that you can attain to the full measure of who He is. And so this weekend we're going to practice that. If it feels a little different for you, I just want to encourage you, go ahead and get accustomed to that ahead of time. We like to change things up in our culture because we don't believe traditional structures are the point. We really believe that God breathes on new ways of growing in His kingdom and understanding what He's doing in the earth. And so we want to invite you, come ready to discuss and learn, come ready to ask questions and to be asked questions, come ready to pray and to interact with people maybe that you're not really close with. This is the church. We're the bride of Christ and the family of God, and we want to participate in what He's speaking. So as you come, be ready for things to be slightly different this weekend. We'll have all of our normal childcare systems in place. Nothing's changed there. Food will just be for the adults who are up here in the front side of the building. But we want to encourage you. Invite a friend. Wrestle out what it looks like to be a person who is walking in the fear of the Lord, honoring His presence, honoring His word, and honoring one another. I will share a little 10-minute sermonette this weekend just to kind of tie things together. But I hope that you will take some time and join us.